Welcome back, everybody. Varicose veins can be unsightly, and many people are self-conscious about them.
But there is a treatment for this and many other vein issues. We're here with Dr. Tiff Siragusa. To start, what are varicose veins and what causes them?
So varicose veins are bulging veins that usually appear in the legs, most often in women, although a third of our patients are men. The veins start as little bulges in the skin, and then they can progress to form discolored areas of skin. You can get pain and swelling in your legs. It's a genetic problem that affects about 40 million Americans.
Wow.
Wow, I think we have some photos to show of some of the before and afters, I believe. But first, just taking a look at what they look like so people know if they suffer from them. Are certain people prone to getting them?
Just like we had on the show earlier, people who cook. So a lot of people who are on their feet tend to get varicose veins. Teachers, nurses, people in healthcare, hospitality. It's also very genetic. So if your mother or your sister or aunt has varicose veins, there's a good chance you'll have them as well.
Are those spider veins too?
So spider veins are more the discolored veins that look like somebody drew them on with a colored pencil. They're flat, red, blue, sometimes green.
Got it.
Varicose veins are more of the bulging veins that stick out through the skin.
I would have thought it would be more prone to people who sit a lot, but it's actually standing?
Yeah, standing or sitting. So basically it's the fact that the blood's not really moving, or people who wear heels often as well.
Oh, lovely. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what is the treatment and how does it work exactly?
So these 40 million Americans with vein problems, they avoid the things they like to do. They hide their legs because of these painful, embarrassing, unsightly veins. So with very little downtime, the treatments that we do fix the circulation in about 5 to 10 minutes, restore good flow through their veins, and most patients notice an improvement in the way their legs look and feel by the next day.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we have some of those photos of before and afters. There we go. You can see the obviously the varicose vein on the left, and then the treatment. Now, what is the treatment? Like, what do you actually do?
Yeah, so when someone comes in with this problem, the question is, why is the pressure in that vein so high? What's stretching it out? And so we do an ultrasound, and the ultrasound shows us some of the veins that are under the skin that you can't see with your eyes, the veins that are actually leading to this problem. And then once you figure out what veins have bad valves and blood moving the wrong way, then you can have a map for their treatment, which is usually taking a laser inside of the vein and just sealing it off. It takes about 5 minutes. We do it in the office. People go home and go about their day with no downtime.
Does it hurt?
So you feel 2 to 3 needle sticks, and then we listen to music, tell jokes, make fun of each other during the procedure, so it goes by pretty quickly.
Okay,
like getting Botox.
Look at this. Look at this before and after. That is incredible.
So this is a gentleman that came in. He worked in hospitality, and he had been suffering from this problem for about 20 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was initially just cosmetic, but now after he gets home from work, he would have to elevate his leg and just rest because he had so much tightness and pain in his leg.
Yeah.
And it was his wife that made him finally come in, which is often the case with men.
Hey, you got a little nudge. But I mean, I'm sure you have incredible stories of success just like this.
Now,
Look at that.
this is an interesting one. So is that a varicose vein on their forehead or just a large vein?
So this is just something that happens a lot of times when we smile. When we smile, we're kind of holding our breath. We don't realize it. And people are taking more and more selfies and more photos and becoming more and more self-conscious of things. And this is something that does bother a lot of people, these prominent facial veins. And a friend of mine in Florida and I have developed a technique to handle this problem. And we've gotten great results with that. And we're one of the only few people in the region that take care of that.
Okay, you heard it here. This is very enlightening.
So
thank you.
Don't cook, don't smile, and go to you if you have a problem.
That's
what we've learned.
If you have to do any of those, you know where to go.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here. If anybody is interested, please check them out. This segment was sponsored by Siragusa Vein and Laser Center, and please make an appointment to find out everything they have to offer. Visit NashvilleVeinCenter.com. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.